Every 11 seconds, right now, as you're watching this, an older adult somewhere in America is being rushed to the emergency room. Not because of a car accident, not because of a heart attack, because of a fall. And here's the part that most people never expect to hear. In the majority of those cases, it didn't happen outside. It didn't happen on an icy sidewalk or a busy street. It happened at home, in the bathroom, in the hallway, getting out of bed in the middle of the night. Now, I want to ask you something, and I want you to really think about this. When was the last time you actually looked around your home and thought, is this safe for me? Most of us never do, because home is where we feel comfortable. Home is where we feel in control. And that sense of familiarity is exactly what makes it so dangerous. Today, I'm going to show you 3 specific things inside your home right now, things you probably walk past every single day that are putting you at serious risk of a fall. And I'm going to tell you exactly how to fix every single one of them. Simple fixes, affordable fixes, things you can start doing today. So if you want to protect your independence, your mobility, and your quality of life, stay with me. This might be one of the most important videos you watch this year. Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Alan Mandell, and welcome to Healthy Aging America. For decades, I've worked with patients of all ages, and I can tell you without any hesitation that one of the things I find most heartbreaking in my career is when I hear that a patient had a fall at home. Because I've seen what happens after. I've seen the broken hips, the head injuries, the long recoveries. I've seen people who were active and independent go from living on their own to needing full-time assistance, all because of one single fall that happened in a matter of seconds. And what makes it truly heartbreaking is that so many of those falls were completely preventable. So that's why I made this video, not to scare you, but to empower you. Because when you know what to look for, you can fix it. And when you fix it, you protect the life you've worked so hard to build. Let's get into it. The first thing in your home that is putting you at serious risk of a fall is your bathroom. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Dr. Mandell, I've used that bathroom every day for 20 years. I know where everything is. And I understand that. But here's what the research tells us. Nearly 80% of falls that happen inside the home occur in the bathroom. 80%. That is not a small number. And when you think about it, the bathroom is actually the perfect storm for a fall. You have hard, wet, slippery surfaces. You have tight spaces. You're often rushing, especially in the middle of the night. You're moving from sitting to standing, from dry floor to wet floor, stepping over the edge of a tub. And you're doing all of this, often, in a small room with nothing solid to grab onto. So let's talk about the 3 most dangerous things in your bathroom specifically and what to do about each one. The first bathroom hazard: no grab bars. This is the big one, and I want to be very clear here because this is a mistake I see all the time. A towel bar is not a grab bar. I repeat, a towel bar is not a grab bar. Towel bars are designed to hold a towel. They are not designed to support your body weight. If you grab a towel bar to steady yourself and it pulls out of the wall, and they do pull out of the wall, you are going to fall, and you are going to fall hard. A proper grab bar is mounted directly into the wall studs. It's designed to support well over 250 pounds of force. And when it's in the right position, next to your toilet, inside your shower, along the wall near your bathtub, It gives you a solid, reliable anchor point whenever you need to lower yourself down, push yourself up, or just steady your balance. If you don't have grab bars in your bathroom, please make this the first thing you address. You can find them at any hardware store for as little as $15 to $20. And if you're not comfortable installing them yourself, hire a handyman. It is worth every penny. The second bathroom hazard: slippery floors and the wrong kind of rug. A wet bathroom floor is one of the most treacherous surfaces you will ever walk on, and yet most of us treat it like it's completely normal. Here's what I want you to do. Go into your bathroom right now, or after this video, and look at the mat or rug you have on the floor. Pick up one corner and look at the bottom. Is it non-slip? Does it have suction cups? Is it lying flat, or are the edges starting to curl up? A rug with a curled up edge is a trip hazard. A rug that slides when you step on it is a fall waiting to happen. My recommendation: either replace your bathroom rug with a high-quality, non-slip mat that has strong suction cups on the bottom and push those suction cups firmly down onto a clean, dry floor, or remove the rug entirely. For some people, no rug is actually safer than the wrong rug. You also want to put a non-slip mat inside your shower or bathtub. Every time. Not just sometimes. Every time. The third bathroom hazard: getting in and out of the tub. Stepping over the side of a bathtub is one of the highest risk movements a person over 60 will do in their entire day. You're standing on one leg on a potentially wet surface, lifting your foot over a raised barrier. If you're still using a bathtub, and I know many of you love a good bath, please consider a few things. First, a shower chair or bench. This lets you sit down while you shower, which dramatically reduces the risk of a slip. Second, a handheld shower head. This gives you control without having to twist and reach. And third, if it's possible, transitioning to a walk-in shower with a low or zero threshold entry. It's a bigger investment, but for many people it is absolutely life-changing. The goal in your bathroom is this: every transition, sitting to standing, dry to wet, in to out, should have a solid point of contact you can hold on to. That's the rule. Apply it everywhere. The second thing in your home that is making you fall is something almost no one talks about, and it's hiding in plain sight, right in your living room and your hallways. I call these the comfortable zones. These are the spaces where we spend most of our time at home. We know them so well that we stop paying attention to them. And that familiarity can be deadly. Here's something fascinating that I want you to understand about the aging brain and body. As we get older, and this is completely normal biology, not a flaw, not a weakness, our brain takes slightly longer to process changes in our environment. Specifically, it takes your brain about 2 to 3 seconds longer to register a change in surface, a step, or an obstacle on the floor than it did when you were 30 years old. 2 to 3 seconds. That doesn't sound like much, but when you're walking, 2 to 3 seconds is the difference between catching yourself and hitting the floor. That's why you trip on something and think, where did that come from? It wasn't there a minute ago. It was there. Your brain just didn't process it in time. So what are the specific hazards in this zone? The first living room hazard: clutter on the floor and loose rugs. Extension cords running across the floor. A small decorative rug in the middle of the hallway. A pet sleeping in a doorway. A pile of magazines next to the couch. A grandchild's toy left on the stairs. Each of these is a potential fall, and I know some of you are thinking, but I've walked past that rug 1,000 times. That's exactly the problem. You've walked past it 1,000 times, and your brain has started to tune it out. My challenge to you is this. Walk through your home today with fresh eyes. Pretend you've never been there before. Look at every walkway, every doorway, every path from your bedroom to the bathroom to the kitchen. Is there anything on the floor that shouldn't be there? Remove it. Area rugs, especially small ones in hallways and doorways, are among the top fall hazards in the home. If you love your rugs, use double-sided carpet tape or non-slip rug pads to anchor every single edge firmly to the floor. If the rug is old, worn, or curling, let it go. Your safety is worth more than any rug. The second living room hazard, poor lighting, especially at night. Here is another fact about aging that I want you to carry with you. Your eyes at age 65 need approximately 3 times more light to see clearly than they did at age 20. 3 times more light. And most of our homes are not designed for that. The most dangerous time for a fall in your home is between midnight and 6 in the morning. You wake up to use the bathroom. You're groggy. Your blood pressure is still adjusting. The hallway is dark, and you're navigating on instinct. The fix is simple and inexpensive. Plug in night lights. Put one in every hallway. Put one in the bathroom. Put one in the bedroom. You can find motion-activated night lights for just a few dollars, and they will only turn on when they detect movement, so they won't disturb your sleep. Also look at the main lighting in your living areas. Are there dim corners where you sit and then stand up? Consider adding a floor lamp or replacing bulbs with higher lumen LED bulbs. Brighter is better. The third living room hazard, furniture that doesn't support you properly. I want you to look at your couch right now. When you sit down, does your body just sink deep into a very soft cushion? And when you try to stand up, you have to rock forward and push hard just to get to your feet? That rocking, lunging motion to stand up from a deep, soft sofa is a major balance challenge, and it's a common cause of falls. What you want is a chair or sofa where, when you sit, your hips are roughly level with your knees or slightly higher. You want armrests that are solid enough to push off of. If your furniture is too low, furniture risers, which go under the legs of your couch or chair, can bring it up to a safer height for just a few dollars. The same principle applies to your toilet seat, by the way, but we covered that in the bathroom. The third thing in your home that is making you fall is your bedroom. And specifically, it's what happens in those first few minutes after you wake up. This is something that I don't think enough people talk about, and I want to spend a little time explaining the science here, because when you understand why this happens, you'll understand why the fix is so important. When you've been lying down sleeping for several hours, your cardiovascular system is in a resting state. Your heart rate is lower, your blood pressure is lower. Everything has slowed down. And that's a good thing. That's your body recovering and restoring itself overnight. But here's the problem. When you suddenly sit up and then stand up quickly, your heart and blood vessels don't always adjust fast enough to pump blood up to your brain at full pressure. The result is a condition called orthostatic hypotension, which is just a medical term for a sudden drop in blood pressure when you stand up. And what does that feel like? Dizziness, lightheadedness, a momentary blackout of vision, a feeling like the room is tilting. That feeling, right there, is when people fall. They stand up from bed, the room starts spinning, they reach out for something to grab, and there's nothing there. This is extremely common in people over 60, and it becomes even more common if you take blood pressure medications, diuretics, or certain heart medications. If that describes you, please talk to your doctor about this specifically. Now let's look at the 3 specific bedroom hazards and what to do about them. The first bedroom hazard: your bed is the wrong height. This is something very few people ever think to check, but the height of your bed matters enormously for how safely you can get in and out of it. Here's the test. Sit on the edge of your bed and look at your legs. Your feet should be flat on the floor, and your hips should be level with your knees, or very slightly higher. If your feet are dangling above the floor, your bed is too high. If your knees are higher than your hips, your bed is too low. A bed that's too low forces you to strain hard to stand up, which can throw off your balance. A bed that's too high means you're dropping down into it or jumping off of it, both risky moves. Adjusting bed height is relatively simple. If your bed is too low, you can use bed risers to bring it up. If it's too high, you may need a lower bed frame or a different mattress arrangement. It's worth taking the time to get this right. The second bedroom hazard: standing up too quickly. I want to teach you something right now that I call the sit, pause, stand rule. Write this down. Teach it to everyone you love over the age of 60. When you wake up in the morning, or any time you've been lying down, do not immediately swing your legs over and jump out of bed. Instead, here's what I want you to do. First, while you're still lying flat, do 10 gentle ankle pumps. Just flex your feet up and down, up and down. This gets the blood moving in your legs before you even sit up. Then, slowly roll to your side and push yourself up to a sitting position. Once you're sitting on the edge of the bed, pause. Just sit there for at least 30 seconds. Let your body adjust. Let your blood pressure stabilize. Take a few deep breaths. Then, and only then, push yourself up to standing. Keep one hand on the bed or a nightstand for the first few seconds as you get your balance. That's it. The sit, pause, stand rule. 30 seconds of patience every morning could literally save your life. The third bedroom hazard: nothing solid to grab near the bed. Your nightstand is not a grab bar. I've seen so many nightstands get pulled over by someone trying to use them for support. They're lightweight, they're on wheels, they tip over. If you're getting up in the night, and most people over 60 are getting up at least once, you need something solid to reach for. Options include a bed rail that attaches directly to your bed frame, a freestanding grab pole that goes floor to ceiling next to your bed, or even repositioning your bed so one side is against the wall. Also look at the path from your bed to the bathroom. Is it clear? Is it lit? Apply everything we talked about in the living room section. Night lights, clear pathways, no loose rugs. Before I wrap up, I need to give you one bonus tip that most people completely overlook. And honestly, for some of you, this might be the single biggest change you make today. What are you wearing on your feet right now? If you're walking around your home in just socks, regular cotton socks, your feet are sliding on that floor. Hardwood floors, tile, laminate, they are all incredibly slippery in socks. I've had patients who thought they had a balance problem when really the issue was as simple as what was on their feet. Do not walk barefoot on hard floors either. Without the support and grip of a shoe, your arch can fatigue, your foot can slide, and your ankle is much more vulnerable to rolling. What I recommend is a pair of dedicated indoor shoes, something with a rubber sole that grips the floor, good arch support, and a secure fit. Non-slip grip socks are also a great option if you prefer not to wear shoes indoors. You can find them at most pharmacies or online for very little money. It's a small change, but small changes add up, and this one could make an immediate difference. All right, let's bring it all together. Today we covered the 3 things inside your home that are putting you at serious risk of a fall. Number 1, your bathroom. Add proper grab bars. Use non-slip mats. Be intentional every time you step into or out of the shower or tub. Number 2, your living room and hallways. Clear every walkway. Secure every rug. Add nightlights to every dark path in your home. Make sure your furniture gives you solid support when you stand up. Number 3, your bedroom. Check the height of your bed. Practice the sit, pause, stand rule every single morning. Make sure you have something solid to hold on to when you get up in the night. And the bonus? Wear the right footwear inside your home every day. Now here's what I want to leave you with. You have worked your entire life to build your independence, to live in your home on your own terms, surrounded by the things and the people you love. A fall can change all of that in a single second. But the beautiful thing is, so many falls are preventable. Not with surgery, not with expensive medication, with knowledge and with a few simple changes to the place you call home. So please, don't watch this video and do nothing. Pick one thing from today, just one, and go take care of it. If this video helped you, I'd love for you to give it a thumbs up. It really helps this channel reach more people who need this information. And leave me a comment below. Which one of these 3 things are you going to fix first? I read every comment, and I would love to hear from you. If you haven't subscribed to Healthy Aging America yet, please do that now and hit the bell notification so you never miss a new video. We post every week with practical, doctor-backed information to help you age with strength, confidence, and independence. And if you want to take the next step in protecting yourself from falls, watch my video on the 5 best balance exercises for people over 60. I'll link it right here. I'm Dr. Alan Mandell. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. Take care of yourself because you are worth it. I'll see you in the next video.